Tactical Snacking with Decay.
Welcome to Tactical Snacking with Decay. I am Decay. Today I'm going to show you how to make my saltless taco spice blend. Now let's be very clear about this. This is very much white people taco territory that we're talking about. We're not talking about traditional carne asada, carnitas, all the deliciousness that comes out of Mexico. No, we're talking very much Tex-Mex white people taco seasoning. But the problem that I have always found with your commercial taco seasoning blends is that the amount of salt that's in them versus everything else is way too high. And so I never felt like I got enough of the taco spice and before it got way too salty. So I developed this recipe and I'm sharing it with you with the hopes that you'll make it and you can enjoy your tacos however you want. Interesting side note, I use this with either ground beef, I use it with ground pork, I'll use it with ground chicken. I'll even use it on leftover cut up like steak or chicken or pork chops or whatever for making like taco salad and such. But that's a whole other video. So what I'm going to show you here is my basic recipe. As always, I have it printed out on the sticker, which is going to end up on the jar, which will house all my taco spice, which typically I make a fairly large quantity filling up this jar because with each batch of taco meat that I make, I can't tell you how much to add. It's purely a to taste thing. I will probably add anywhere between 2 to 3 tablespoons per pound of ground beef, sometimes more. It really depends how much of the taco spice that I want. But there's not a whole lot of heat going on in here, so then that way you're free to add hot sauce and whatever you want later on. So the first thing that we're going to add, and in this particular circumstance, this recipe is not in parts because the amounts are a little wonky. This is 2 tablespoons of chili powder. And when I say chili powder, what I mean is like your Gebhardt's, your McCormick's chili powder, your commercial chili powder blend that has different ground chilies and other spices mixed in, not pure ground chili. And this is just one that I like and use. So that goes in. Then I've got 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, 2 teaspoons of granulated onion, 2 teaspoons of granulated garlic, 2 teaspoons of paprika, 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper, and lastly 1 teaspoon of ground Mexican oregano. Not your Italian oregano, the Mexican oregano. They're 2 very different things, and chances are you're not going to find this in the bulk section at your supermarket. You're going to have to go to the aisle that has all the Hispanic products and such, and it'll usually end up being in a little packet hanging up on the shelf with the rest of the spices and such. But you want that Mexican oregano and ground it up, because if you use the Italian, it's just not going to taste right. Then as always, lid it up, shake it up, and then add our label. So then that way, we don't ever have to hunt for what we need to add whenever we need to make more. Thanks for watching.